Listen up.
It's the number one voice of the tri-state. I'm number one. It's Cooking Up 215. So let the show begin.
Y'all already know who it is. It's your boy Smooth.
And it's your girl Lex.
And this is Cooking Up 215, where we get you up close and personal with your favorite artists, entrepreneurs, shakers, and move makers. And we got a Philly legend in the house today. We got my guy Black Deniro in the building.
So what
Mr. F.A. General, man. Yeah, F.A. How you been, man?
I'm blessed, bro. I'm chilling.
Yeah, you out here doing your thing. You directing, acting, casting, author.
Casting.
You know what I mean? Like, you do the whole process.
Everything.
And you took all this from doing music.
Yeah.
And you doing it independently.
Right.
Like, you did music independently, now you
Always.
making movies independently.
Yep.
That's
No
major,
deals,
bro.
Never had a deal.
That's super major. I don't think people know how major that is. To be
Yeah.
able to last and stay a name in a game. Like, you always had a name, you always been stamped. You know what I'm saying? I think we could say that you helped a couple other people get stamped in the game.
A lot of other people.
A lot of other people.
Lot of
You know what I mean? Like, that
A
was
lot of them.
when the youngins was coming up and trying to make a name for themselves in the music industry. It was known like you had to go get the Black Deniro verse and the Gillie verse, and
Right.
that was the way you know what I mean. You build some street cred, and then they was able to go ahead and do their thing from there. So
Yep.
that's a major thing, man.
It's major. And we're going to actually, in the beginning, we're going to talk about your life. You ain't got to look at me like that. Because you looking at me like, what this girl finna say? But we're going to talk about your past. We're going to talk about all that first. And then we're going to talk about the present. All right? That's good with you? Okay.
Yeah, let's do it.
All right. So, I'm going to go. I'm going to tell
That's
my...
your notes right there?
That's what... Look, don't you look at my notes.
Okay.
Don't you look. I've been ready. And there's stuff that I could have just said, but I was like, let me just research. Because I feel like he's not going to know what I'm going to say. Because I feel like if you knew what I was going to say, you know what I'm going to say. So let me just read. Let me tell you what I got. Rumor has it, your favorite cousin is named Lexi.
Man.
Wow.
Right, you asked me.
That's crazy. Look, I'll take it. Second favorite, third. Forget it. It's all right. I'm going to take that crown and I'm going to wear it proudly whenever you have another movie premiere. I'm the favorite. But all right, so you grew up in foster care up until 12. Who was the person that came and got you out of foster care?
Till 14.
I thought you was out of foster care, and at 14 you moved from North Philly to Uptown.
Who
At
gave you
14.
this research?
At 14 you went to
Your
Uptown.
mom's giving you wrong. No.
Oh my God! You was saying my
I
mom.
went in foster care at 13.
You was like in there for a while though.
No, I was in there for almost 2 years. Like, just turned 13, got out when I was almost 15.
So wait, when were you in a shelter? When was that?
All that was a straight
Shot, same
yeah,
thing.
it was a straight path.
So
It was
during that time, it was a
when
mixture.
you doing it, it seemed like it's long as hell,
Right.
but it's not. It's like we went to foster care, and I grew up down north.
So
Right.
what happened? How did you end up in foster care?
Like, crack epidemic. You saw Snowfall?
Shit got
Right.
real.
I'm older, so I was a part of all of that. You know what I'm saying? All
Right.
that, when that came through, when cocaine came through, I was a young boy. I was 10 years old, 85.
Damn.
So
Yeah.
all of that, you know what I'm saying? We went from the good home to everybody on drugs.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I didn't even know what DHS and all that stuff was. 'Cause
Until
we was
all
living
that
good.
shit. Yeah.
Yeah. So we went to the shelter. We went from there to the shelter on Stanton Avenue.
On Stanton Avenue.
But I was only in the shelter for like a month because you couldn't be there
For that
without your
long.
parents. But
Right.
my mom wasn't there, but I used to just lie and act like she was asleep or she was this
Yeah.
and she was that.
Well,
And I
who
had
got you
my-
out of foster care then?
Then I went to foster care, and then my Aunt Ada got me out of foster care. My aunt. And then I
Yeah,
moved
Aunt
uptown.
Ada.
I did everything first uptown, so that's why I claim uptown.
Yeah.
That
That's
makes sense.
that's where you get your, you know what I
Yeah.
mean?
That's why I became
Exactly.
everything.
Who you are, yeah.
And then you went to white schools. Tell
I
me
went to
about
white schools in
that.
foster care. In foster
Right.
care, I went
It was
to
in the
Easton.
Poconos?
Nah, I was in the Poconos first.
Damn.
I was in the Poconos first. Me and my brothers, we was in the Poconos. We lived with like a half racist family. Like half of them was racist.
Right. And they called you black.
No, they ain't call me black.
The white girl said your face was black.
No. That was me walking in the market one day.
Oh, it
Somebody
wasn't
said
even
some shit like
that.
that.
Yeah,
It was a whole nother person.
where I was at, they never really saw black people.
Exactly.
So a little girl was walking with her mom. She turned around. She's like, "Mommy, his face is all black."
Yeah,
She was
Northern
a kid.
Pennsylvania
She didn't
like
know.
that.
Yes.
You know what I'm
Northern
saying? She
Pennsylvania
didn't know what she was
bad.
talking about. I was the only black kid getting on the school bus, all that.
Exactly.
But up there in them white schools, they got swimming. That's how I learned how to swim.
Yes.
Swimming is an actual class in school. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's different.
I learned how to ride. That's how I know how to run 4-wheelers and Banshees, because everybody that's all them kids at 8 years old, they get dirt
They
bikes.
get that
and
shit.
Yes,
Yeah.
So all my
immediately.
neighbors had dirt bikes
Yeah.
and all that stuff. So then I got a dirt bike, because the first two foster families was kind of, one was jacked up, the other one was okay. We was just bad at shit. And then we got separated, me and my brothers.
All 5 or just the
Just
boys?
three. Just me,
and
Vince.
the boys.
Just me, Vince, and Squall.
Okay, so the girls went to another place. Or no, it was just one because your older sister was
my older
gone.
sister was already in the street. Yeah, she was in the
Yeah.
street at like 14. She was out there.
Yeah.
And then my younger sister, she was in foster care too. She was in a different joint.
I don't think people even recognize or talk about how the crack epidemic really
Yeah.
affected people. Like, you know what I mean? Like, there's a lot of
Yeah.
people like yourself
Yeah.
that's successful now that really grew up through that era. We always think about the hustling part of shit, but we never think of the other side, that effect side. Like when you was a young boy and your parents really got fucked up off that shit. That's different.
Because a lot of people
Exactly.
didn't do it. Like if you're talking about generations like now,
Right.
they don't really understand the shit that they was selling. That wasn't cocaine. We can smoke
Right.
that shit. It was different.
It was
you know what I'm
different.
saying?
It was way different.
They're not old enough to understand that. And a lot of people, what I'm telling y'all, this is on my documentary. A lot of people don't know this stuff about me. She know,
Right.
but a lot of people don't really know. You know what I'm saying?
No, I
Yeah.
But I never rapped about.
Said no.
I never rapped about going to jail, being upstate. I never rapped about getting shot. I never rapped about foster care. I ain't like none of that shit, so I never rapped about it.
Exactly.
Whereas though a lot of people rapped about it and gave them their pain so other people can relate to it. I just was like, I ain't talking about that shit.
Why didn't you want to talk? Sorry, I don't want to cut you
Because
off.
I didn't
I
like
love
it.
you, man.
Yeah, I always used to take that approach too, because it's like one of them things, like, if you grow up a certain way, certain shit, you felt like you're supposed to keep it to yourself.
Yeah.
It wasn't nothing to be proud about. You
I
know
know
what I'm
what you
saying?
mean.
Like, so it's like,
Yeah.
where niggas would say something about getting booked and use it as a way to get stripes sometimes.
Right.
I don't want you to, you know what I mean? Or if
Yeah.
I'm hustling, I'm telling you I do something else
They'll
most
tell
likely.
it for you.
You know what I
People
mean?
will tell you, tell the story for you.
Right.
Yeah.
If you know, you know.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
Right.
That's how it
People know
went.
what I was doing in there when I was locked up.
Right.
So they know, like, you see Omari Hellcat come out, he do his interview. I don't know he about to say what he say, but he said what I was doing when he seen me like that. So he know.
Right, right.
So people gonna tell their own stories. They gonna let you know what's up.
If
So
you
I
got
never
real
really-
legacy, it's going
Yeah,
to
I
speak
know.
for itself.
I ain't like that foster care stuff. It split my whole family up.
Yeah.
The
And
home-
you
but I
never
did have a
wanna-
good foster home
Yeah.
that I was torn between coming home or staying with them, because it was a man named Richard Lovell, and I'm actually about to go to his surprise party. I ain't seen him since I was 14 years old.
Wow.
He don't know I'm coming.
That's
And
dope.
we had a big ass house. We lived right next door to Larry Holmes' brother. He worked for Larry Holmes, so I ended up working for Larry Holmes, like sweeping the office and all
I
that.
never knew this in my
That's
life.
hard.
I used to work for Larry. I remember when he fought Tyson, like I was right there when he came back, sitting on the couch telling the stories.
Damn.
I'm sweeping the joint.
What is happening?
Yeah,
You know
that's
what I'm saying?
crazy.
So, but I didn't want to leave. When they
What?
said my aunt came to get me, I ain't really want
You
to
ain't
leave.
really wanna go?
Yeah, my own room. The Webster steps come all down the back into the
Yeah,
kitchen.
some shit that you know we not.
I
We
got
don't got.
everything I wanted.
Yeah.
That's
Damn.
crazy.
Everything. Then it was Nintendos. Then I had the Nintendo, I had the Sega, I had the Atari, I had the
Everything.
clothes, I had the dirt
Everything.
bikes, I had the regular bikes. Like I had it was a
Wow.
good family.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was crying when I left.
That's something you would never hear about Black Deniro, because I didn't even know that. That's like crazy. I didn't even know he was living like that. And then you came home and went to King High School.
I came home that summer. And then that like right after that summer when school started, I went to King. I started King. So
How
I
was
went to
that
middle
transition?
school. I went to middle school and junior high school in Easton.
Yeah.
That's where I played football at. I played football, I played basketball and all that. And then I went to King. Okay, I mean, it was transition wasn't nothing because I was always me. It was like nothing. I was always like,
King gotta be.
King was crazy
Total
back then.
I was
opposite.
just about to say that had
You
to
get
be
what
a
I'm saying?
transition,
no, but you gotta
though.
understand.
You
I was,
said King was like lean on me.
It was. King was like lean on
Yeah.
me. King
So
was
that's
King
a
was King was
transition.
different, but I was always smart, so I always went to school with the mentality just to do my homework and stuff and do my work at first. You know what I'm saying? I wasn't really
Okay.
into the streets and stuff like
Right.
that. You know what I'm saying? But I always was a fighter.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So I always was looking for anybody who wanted like the toughest dude.
If you was gonna try me, test me,
and my-
make an
yeah.
example.
Yeah, me and my
Yeah.
man was talking about this. His name Sheed. My man Glenn. He was a fighter in school. He's beat everybody up. So I used to watch him all the time in advisory. Like I'm gonna fight him. He ain't even know him. I just know if I fight him,
Right.
they
Everybody
gonna
else
know.
gonna know.
Yeah, but we went to
Yes.
fight one day. We was gonna fight. We walked to Simons from King, and the whole damn school was behind us because they knew that was about to be a fight. So I was whooping niggas' asses in there. He was whooping ass in there, and rest in peace to Keith. Keith was he used to hang with this boy named Keith, and Keith was whooping ass in there. So I used to always want to fight them niggas. You know what I'm saying? So I wasn't worried about. I always had the heart. I wasn't worrying about none of that.
Yeah, yeah.
Went out with the transition, but by 10th grade, I was bringing a pistol to school because it was crazy in there.
Yeah, yeah.
I was
Cameron's
bringing a
whistle.
25 to school. It was like we had over 1,000 ninth graders.
1,000 ninth graders.
Yeah, we had over 1,000
Wow.
ninth graders. And then them East Side niggas ran King. Like
Wow.
they used to let all their homies in. Like people used to leave stuff in the door and let their homies
Oh,
in. And you get
shit.
stuck up going to the bathroom. You can get stuck up in the stairwell. You know what I mean?
So you're telling me
I
there's
didn't
no
know King was getting
transition?
down like that, though. I knew niggas was fighting
no,
up
I
King.
didn't care about that.
I
But
knew
you
niggas
went
was
from
fighting and shit
living-
like that, but I didn't know niggas was like
Yeah, that's a
getting
little-
vicious like that.
that's a
Yeah,
little
you got
different.
stabbed in there. Teacher got raped in there. There's all types of stuff going
What
on.
did you just say?
Yeah, it's a lot going on. The trend, listen,
The teacher.
it don't matter where you at. Like,
Yeah,
it don't matter how
it
you
could be
grow
real
up.
everywhere.
I know people who grew up with their mom and dad, never missed a meal, heat in the house, and they out here being the most savages. And they the ones who do the most shit.
Yeah.
So it's like it's just who you
Wow.
are as a person. You know what I'm saying? It ain't where
Wow.
you from. You got people that's solid everywhere.
That's a
you know what I'm
fact.
saying? That's what I brought to Uptown. Like a lot of people was. If you watch all my DVDs, I was the first one screaming Uptown like that. Out of all the rappers, I was making sure. Cause I was just like,
Definitely
you gonna come up
Forest
here
Ave,
and bump,
yeah.
you gonna come up here and bump into
It
the
got-
wrong Uptown
definitely.
Because it
person.
was like
Yeah.
back then, it was this thing like North Philly, South Philly. Everybody was so savage, but if you was from Uptown
It
with
was
lawns and
I didn't
shit,
like it though.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
That's
I always
how it
repped
was.
it though because it was like we was the coolest niggas. Like I'm from 77th.
right.
So I knew digits and all them and shit like that. But we was always the flyest niggas around. So it was like I used to hang on Pastorius.
because I didn't get a chance to.
Okay.
Like when I used to come visit Uptown, before all the foster care and stuff, visit my aunt that came and got me, I never saw nothing like that before. Because I'm growing up down 2803 West Oakdale Street. My street is this big. It's come out the house, step street.
Yeah.
And I come up and see these houses and these big two-way streets and these, I'm like, damn, they everybody rich up here. You know what I'm saying? That's how I looked at it. And I looked
Right.
at the dudes all dressed off. I'm like, these niggas, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I didn't look at it like that. So
Okay.
I was just like, yeah, this shit's sweet. You know what I'm saying? I was
it's
robbing
sweet.
everybody up there when I first got there. I was sticking everybody up, taking everybody's shit. For
real?
I was
This
a
is a
sticker kid.
crazy image to see you as right
was.
now.
So
this
you went
is crazy.
You went to a good ass school, then ended up
Right.
coming
I
uptown
know, like,
and being a
this is too
savage.
different.
That came stick up kid. Shit just got
Yes,
real.
Like what made you do that?
I was still, all right, so a lot of my things was this. A lot of my situations that made me stick people up and do stuff because I was still fucked up.
Exactly.
I ain't know my dad. I don't got my mom.
Yeah.
I don't got my brothers, my sisters.
Right.
I was, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So that's why I give people passes, the kids passes out here that grew up like that. I don't give these niggas passes that just be acting goofy for no reason.
Just to do
Right,
it.
Shooting
exactly.
people for no
That's
reason,
different.
killing people. That's like, it's crazy. I ain't using it for an excuse, but that's what I was doing at first. And then
Right.
the streets
Yeah.
can get you caught up.
That's a
once
fact.
once I got caught up in the streets, it was a yard out. I played ball for King. I ran cross country for King. I ran track for King. Even in my other schools in Easton, I played volleyball. I played every sport. I was just doing my shit. You know what I mean?
Wow.
Streets. It's the streets, bro.
So do you think
Wow.
that you going to those other schools, learning a little, having a somewhat of a higher education during your younger age, you think it played a part into your business acumen now, like your ability to direct
did,
and
I
shoot
don't
these
know.
movies and shit like that, and the way you talk, like I talk with a lot of rappers.
yeah.
Some niggas really, you know what I mean?
I know, I was
They
just-
vernacular is off, but you could tell you hold yourself
I
well.
don't think it was that. I mean, it could have helped, but I was always. I was still passing. She knew how my uncle was. He was super strict. So
Yeah.
I still moved into a household with a super strict nigga, like super strict,
Right.
Yeah.
all the way strict. Like still getting ass whoopings at 14 strict. He was
Yeah.
on some shit. You know what I'm saying? But I was able to go to school be smart enough to make advisory knowing they're not gonna call the school, leave.
Yeah.
They're not gonna call the crib. I can leave, go gamble, do whatever I want to do. But if I would only have, if they was teaching something Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, I would be able to come in class Thursday and just pay attention to what's going on and pass the test Friday. Because I'm just paying attention. Or if they tell me something Wednesday and Thursday, it's 2 days of that shit. It's no way I'm not gonna remember it. You know what I'm saying? And then I used to pass the test. That's how I used to have good grades. So they thought I was doing that, but I'm really gambling and shit in the hallways.
That's crazy.
Is this hustle mentality? So, tell me about this shop. Is it shop bag something?
Shopping bag.
Shop bag where you go just to do the shopping bags and you were coming back home and still taking care of your brothers. Is that where this hustle mentality came from? Because you're the oldest.
I always used to like money. My mom told me, my mom paid us all to stop sucking our fingers when we was little.
Oh, shit.
And I'm only one that stopped because she was paying.
I need that money.
You know what I'm saying? So I always say, I'm glad that I was blessed with more ambition than talent. Because so many more people that's more talented than me. There was so many more talented rappers than me. Y'all know my rap. I talk, right. But I wasn't like
a Jay-Z.
Oh my God. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? It was just the way I talk after that.
And the shit you was talking about.
Pac talk, and you like his talk was even better than his rap.
Yeah.
So I'm always talking, and then I'm showing exactly what I'm talking.
Right.
And I was me. So
giving them real shit.
I was a hustler and I had the ambition. So when we was in that shelter, I was like, oh damn, that's a supermarket over there. Okay. I go over to the supermarket. This when the days they used to let you bag inside of the supermarket.
Right.
I'm 13. I'm bagging, taking the groceries to the joint. Then I go to the joint, feed my brothers off the hot plate. Had a hot plate in the room, cook the grilled cheese and all that shit. Make sure. Then I would leave. Then I would go back down north to my godfather's garage on 28th and 100. His name was Bill Jackson. And then I used to get the keys from him and pour all the old heads corn liquor. I get tips from that. I come all the way back uptown. Easter time come, I get my brothers the Ashen Wash jeans, the Diodora. I had them fly on Easter. Shit like that. You know what I'm saying? I was always a hustler.
You was a grinder, yeah.
For real. And then how did that feel, like, talking about transitions from back to forth, like, how did it feel doing that? And then you went to that rich in the Poconos, like, when was that?
I was
how
hustling.
Did that
I was
feel?
still hustling. I was cutting
You were still
grass.
doing that in the Poconos?
I had, my peoples had money, but I was still...
Right. You gotta get your own bag.
I didn't have to go work for Larry Holmes.
I was about to say, why would you want? Did you just... That was in you.
Just your natural thing.
Wow.
Ambition.
So
that's crazy.
And all this time, you started messing around with music when you was like 10.
I was always rapping, yeah.
Okay.
I was always, like you gonna see on my documentary, I had all the headphones and I was always into music, always. I always liked music.
What introduced you into music?
I mean, just being upstairs, mom and aunts downstairs, listening to good music. You know what I mean? Smoking, drinking. And then you hear like my uncles, they you know what I'm saying, they putting me down with Run DMC and all these people, and I just liked it. So I was always dipping and dabbing in rap. I just never really. I wasn't taking it serious. I was just rapping. Yeah, I was rapping. I was hustling. Yeah, I was rapping. I was doing whatever. Right. I was cutting hair at one point. I just cut hair. I was working. Then I was always rapping though.
Yeah.
Me and Siegel was just talking. The other day, we was on FaceTime, me, Siegel, Mike Knox, we all on FaceTime. I was telling Siegel some stories that when we was talking about like 99 and stuff like that. And I was telling some things that he remembered. Because I said these lines one day and he repeated it. And he was like, damn, you heard what he said? He said such and such. When I got that, I'm like, damn, this came from Mac. But he wasn't Mac yet.
Okay.
You feel what I'm saying? And everybody was telling me I was nice. I just didn't. I was trying to hustle, bro. I wasn't trying to sell no drugs, though.
But
that's
you just
the
wanted to
crazy
go get
part
your
about
money.
it. I never wanted to sell drugs.
For real?
Never. I never wanted to sell drugs because I seen what it did to my family, so I always vowed that I would never do it. I started hustling like how Ace started hustling off Paid in Full, almost the same way. Somebody left something for me because you used to have to go down J Street and get syrup. You couldn't just get syrup delivered to you and find juice everywhere now like you can.
Right.
You only had to go down South Philly or you had to go to J Street mainly. So when they went down, I held somebody joint one day. And they went down, it was like 500 and that shit was going like that. And I was like, damn. I'm running around cutting this grass.
And you got a taste of that fast
shoveling
money.
the snow.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And then boom, and then it was just.
That's different.
I still felt bad at first, but then I was smart. People knew I was going to do what I had to do. You know what I'm saying? I don't like talk about too much shit because I don't want them to think I be glorifying it because I hate all the shit that be going on now. But
No, of course.
people knew I was going to do what I had to do.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? So I ended up landing on this crazy block, man, with all these historical people. There was a strong block, and I was like, I like these niggas. And then I got with them, and then I only really became the face of it because of the music. It was niggas out there just like me.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? My homies is like me. That's why we couldn't get away with certain things. I couldn't tell on nobody and be accepted.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I couldn't say something corny in raps and they be like, yeah, that's fire. That's why you never seen nobody standing behind me.
No, for real.
Like doing all that stuff. A lot of my homies didn't like cameras. They didn't like to be in, they don't, still to this day, they're not on social media. My real folks that come with people don't even see them. Like my real folks that would stand up for me if something went down, only the streets know them.
Right.
They don't never be seen. They don't come out. I was the only one in front of the camera.
And I feel like that probably was hard for you too. 'Cause I think that even like it's this thing about social media, like where you gotta be a character, or even when you putting yourself out there, you gotta do a lot to be seen. And you know what I mean? You gotta be screaming, "Hey, look at me!"
Yes.
Yeah.
But you can tell that you're not that type. You're not that type of like, look at me type nigga.
There's a lot of things I didn't do that I probably should have did.
I'm about to say, do you feel like the fact that you was so street or so like against some of that shit held your career up or kind of harmed your shit?
A lot. It did a lot because I had incidents with certain rappers that they know that I ain't gonna say now, but I would never make a song about it.
Right.
I would find out when they outside and I pull up by myself.
Right.
I wouldn't even go
You
with
would always
nobody.
pull
I would
up.
pull up by myself. And now you pull up by yourself. And a couple people that I was dealing with that I almost went through it with, the team wasn't soft. The rappers to me was soft. But the team wasn't. But when I come by myself, it automatically
different demeanor.
Make them look like what? The fuck is he doing? As I'm walking up, people clutching this and that. I'm like, it's just all about how you talk to people too.
That's a fact.
I come with respect. I talk with respect.
Exactly.
I let them know I don't want no smoke, but if we go through it, it's going to be a problem. And I never did that instead of showcasing my talent and going back and forth on the track.
Right.
I used to think that was corny. Like I always used to say, if it's beef, I ain't battle rapping. You know what I'm saying?
You're not about to do all that extra shit.
Yeah, I don't battle rap.
To
I throw a bullet in your head, nigga, battle that. Like I used to say stuff like that. Like, I never really got into it. Then with the labels, when the label started knowing who I was, because you know Rick Dames used to go to all the labels for me. And they was like, nah, we ain't fucking with Black.
Cameraman Rick Dames.
Yeah.
Okay.
That was my manager for years. He's still like my manager.
For years.
That's crazy.
So he was kind of like,
I didn't even know
he
he
was
was
like,
manager.
nah, like they not fucking with you. You know what I'm saying? And now I see.
Wow.
Like I won't put you in my film if you out here acting goofy.
Right.
You doing this and doing that, you're a liability.
Good.
And now I'm like that. But
That's
at
good.
first I didn't see it. I was like, man,
learned.
they hating, fuck them. I'm gonna get this street money forever or whatever. So it did mess me up. The streets will mess you up with anything you do, bro.
Right. It's crazy because I wanted to talk to you about it. We probably gonna get into it more into the second half because of the fact of, you know, what you're doing now and how you were able to make that transition from being well known in the streets to turning your shit all the way around, fully independent, 4 or 5 movies under your name on major platforms. You get what I'm saying? So it's like we got so many young boys now who going through the same shit you went through back then, but they doing it on the main stage for everybody to see, and they putting everything in all their raps, but then still expecting to somewhat find success. It's crazy to me.
They're a little bit different though. They different. Certain things we wouldn't do. We wasn't doing stupid stuff. We wasn't shooting up parks, playgrounds. Like we wasn't.
Yeah, it's rules and regulations.
We wasn't just beefing over rap songs, and we ain't had social media, so I don't know how that would have played out. But we wasn't just doing dumb shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? It was a purpose, and I never really. I talk more than anything. I used to talk and tell people like, please don't
even
try this one. But I never really in the hood. I was always the lecture person.
Right.
Talking to my youngest, I could have really been a battery putter in your back, but
I
could have caused chaos in this city. at one point, and that's facts. Because I had some strong people around me. I could have did whatever, but I didn't. I always tried to stop the problem. Where they at? Who got to be? All right. I used to go back to certain neighborhoods and squash the beef between my young boys and other young boys and try to make sure it wasn't over nothing or stuff like that. I just wanted the money. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I just wanted the money. But I wasn't, I had to look out for people. I had money on my head twice. They tried to kidnap me once. I knew what was out there, so you gotta let people know what's up when you're doing that.
And this is during the DVD era. Like, is this during the, because I remember you said during the DVD era, you felt like the streets pushed your name more than being in front of the camera.
Yeah, it was the streets that's pushing my, because that's where it starts. That's where you know people from.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? You know people. I was just all over. You, like, when I was coming up, you had to know a person. You didn't see them. You can know their names and not even know who they were. We didn't have
the social media.
So you might be like, rest in peace, Pieface Tony. Like, oh, that's Pieface Tony. I mean, oh, that's Boo from Hamburger. Oh, that's this person. That person. They'd be like, oh, that's Black. And my other man, I don't even like to say his name. He like to stay low key. It's Black and Blase Blip from Forest Avenue.
Right.
I was known like that. People know who you are because of what you're doing. From everything. The women you getting, the work you putting in, the money you getting, it's already talked about.
is going around,
When you getting these cars that nobody have and stuff like that, they know what's up. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So
you had to really do it in real life.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Back then, like, you couldn't just do it for the gram
back then
and get these points that they be giving out.
I feel good that I'm from that era because I feel good that social media didn't make me. I wasn't fraud and I wasn't doing that. I just don't like. I just don't like. I don't want to say change my path. I just don't like. I just wish. I always say in every interview, I just wish I never did the streets. That's the only thing about it. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Yeah.
But it was my journey, man. It was nothing.
And that's the path you had to take to get where you at now.
Exactly.
Y'all ready for this food?
I sure am.
Yeah, getting a little hungry. You know what I'm saying? Y'all already know who it is. Your boy Smooth.
And it's your girl Lex.
Black Deniro in the kitchen. It's cooking up 215. We be right back. Let's go.
It's our favorite part of the show. That's your favorite? Yes, sir. Ah, chef, what you got cooking? You already know.
Y'all already know who it is. It's your boy Smooth.
And it's your girl Lex.
And we still here with my guy Black Deniro. Y'all already know what time it is. We just got this food. We did something special for my man Black. You know what I'm saying? My mom Dukes, she's starting something. So by the time this drops, she should have an Instagram. I'm gonna throw it in the bottom. It's probably gonna be like Potato Lady or something like that.
Potato
Lady.
Lady.
You know, she in her cooking stage. She wanna really cook and give it to y'all. So these joints fresh. I got oxtail joint. Black got chicken, baked potato, loaded joints. You see these things loaded. We gonna put the images in there. Y'all gonna see how she can. Ain't nobody doing it like that. So, you know what I'm saying? We about to get all the way into it. You can't see my plate. There you go. You can see that boy, man. That thing busty. Yeah, so
This is about to be
this
crazy.
the time. This
we
when
get active?
Yeah, we get active.
We can get active.
This when we say jump in and see what it's hitting for.
Bless this food, Lord.
Keep it a bean too,
in the
you know.
name of Jesus.
I tell everybody, keep it a bean. Don't do no fraud.
I'm definitely gonna take some of Black's though too.
See what Mom Dukes hit.
This is actually really good.
Yeah.
Why did I believe you for a second? Oh my gosh! look at the mom. I was about to say that. I never heard no voice like that.
Oh, that acting he be
Yeah, I was about to say that was a real good acting moment.
No, I got real good.
This is actually really
That's why I
good.
tell people it's hard to beat me in rap battles because I'm funny.
It's a little too good. Yeah, this is a little too
trying to tell y'all,
good.
I'm doing different.
I need this sour cream.
I'm about to see what it tastes like with the
It's
sour
definitely
cream.
busting.
It's hitting. It's a joint.
This is good.
It's a joint.
This is really good. So the first question. I don't know the first question because this is actually throwing my mind off.
I got him.
All right.
All right. So, you know, you here right now. You working on a new movie, but I wanted to get into, you know, some of your old movies. The first one that I was familiar with was Brush. I was at the premiere for that joint. That joint was an 81 joint.
You was there?
Davenport and all that
I
was
didn't
in
know
that
you was
joint.
there either.
Yeah, I was at that joint.
That joint was Husky, right? Oskino,
That joint
That
was
was
it.
big.
AR Ab, the whole OBH, Gillie.
I think
Everybody
then we
came
go
from-
together.
think you did. That's
I
terrible.
think we went.
How long ago was that? Why did I not remember that?
2016.
2000, yeah, it was like
Wow.
We started
Why
like
did I not remember
2016,
that?
15.
Yeah.
So yeah, we went together. We went to
Probably
that
like
joint.
15.
Totally forgot we went there.
Probably like 15.
I feel like it probably came out in 16. You probably was shooting in like 15. Yeah, it's in
Yeah.
2016. So you dropped it in 2016.
Yeah.
But that's on YouTube.
What, when you dropped it?
I didn't put it on YouTube till after.
No, it was the
premiere.
premiere. Like the premiere
Oh,
happened in 2016.
Yeah, okay, cool.
I went
remember.
back to those pictures and shit.
Like, that
But,
was amazing.
But you had something before that. You had It's More to the Story.
Yeah, that's where it all started.
That's where it all started at. So
Yep.
tell me about how that came about. This is your first movie. What even gave you this thought like, man, fuck the rap shit. I'm about to just start acting.
I didn't say that.
Oh my goodness.
I didn't say that.
No,
I
that's
thought
cool.
you
What
did
say?
say you was done with rapping though.
What you say?
Because it was too
I wasn't
petty.
done with rap then.
At that moment. Okay. Okay, at that moment.
I was
Okay.
always like, I was just doing, if you notice, I had a lot of DVDs. But I used to put people in the DVDs. Like, I got DVDs, you name them, they're on it. Yaz before he was Hakeem on Empire, Frank with the Grippers, anybody you name, Chris, Siegel. I used to put that Siegel joint that's floating around with me, Gillie, Scorp the Boy, and Young Hot and Siegel. That joint that's my. I don't never get the credit for that.
Damn.
That's my shit. They came down from me.
You was putting DVDs together
They
back
came
then.
down that if you see that joint where Beans is smashing that joint and Gil walk off and I'm standing on the side, that's what my DVD is called. Money is the Mission. Me and Rick Danes did it. Called them to come down, and they all came and did it.
That's
So I would put everybody in, like on the DVD, and then I would put my music in it. So I did this song one time called "It's More to the Story." It was like a story joint. The joint that's at the end. And I didn't know what to do with it for like 2 months. It was just fire, letting everybody listen to it. My man Leem and them came up from 7th Street. He listened to it first. Leem from
Dream Chasing Me.
Yeah, Leem came up and heard them joints first. He heard that whole project. Stayed in the studio with me. He was like, "This joint crazy."
We interviewed him.
Yeah, we
Yeah,
did
that's my
Lean.
guy.
We did Lean.
Yeah.
I knew Lean for over since '99. And then I was like, you know what, man? I'm gonna just act this joint out a little bit. And then Depp came up with the idea. How Depp, who shot it, was like, maybe you should turn it into a video after you act it out. And then I just started calling people. I called Cousin E. No, I called Chinko first, and then he was playing around, and then Cousin E came and did it. And then I called Spank, but Spank was actually just finished filming Ride
Spank
Along.
Horton?
Yeah,
Okay.
that's my guy, man. Spank is a real good dude.
That's hard.
Shout out to Spank. We shot that joint, man. I put it out. The next morning, it went crazy. I got a call from Meek. Got a call from Cassidy. I got a call from everybody. Meek was the first one that was like calling it a movie. He's like, "Yo, that joint you put out fire."
Damn.
Blah, blah, blah. He said, I tweeted it out. He tweeted it out. It went crazy.
All right, so you said Meek was the first one to tweet it out. Show you some love on that
Yep.
joint.
Shout out to Meek. Yep.
That's hard.
Tweeted
That's
that joint out.
amazing.
And then I met a friend named D Black through my man Fudgy. And he told Netflix that all his stuff was mine. And, you know, just to try to get us a meeting or whatever.
Right. Hit the joint a little
And
something.
then we got together.
Yeah, you good.
And we had a little meeting. I had a meeting with somebody from D Block or whatever. They wanted to buy my script and I didn't want to sell it. It was like for $50,000 or something like that. Somebody wanted to buy my script. They wanted to buy
first one.
No, because what happened was once we did that, we got into the meeting, and when we left the meeting, I told D, I was like, I don't write movies though. Like that's the only problem. I don't know how to write no movie. He was like, you do now. And then I went home and I wrote Brush. Well, Brush is really about my real life. That was the easiest thing to write. You know, quitting the game, because by that time I quit the game. I quit the game in 2012.
Okay.
It's like a sobriety to me. I quit the game. I went through stuff with my brother, like we was arguing in the joint, because I didn't want to do no middleman and no nothing.
Yeah.
He played in the movie, right?
Yeah,
Squabby was in it.
bros. I quit the game and I wrote that. Only thing I did was chase art instead of music. And then somebody wanted to buy the script then. I believe it was somebody from D Block or somebody.
They wanted to buy
They
the
wanted
Brush
to buy
script.
Brush script for like $50,000. I'm like, no. And D was like, "Yo, you tripping?" I'm like, "I ain't selling my script for no one." Somebody, whoever it was, they wanted to swap out my man Sharvez that had the dreads for Waka Flocka. And I'm like, "No, I'm doing that. Like, I don't know if that nigga can act. I mean, no disrespect to him, but I don't know." I'm like, "No, I'm cool." You know what I'm saying? And then I wrote Brush, put it out. Man, I made over 50,000 on the street in the first month.
Just moving it.
That's crazy.
Just moving it.
It was bubbling though. Brush was bubbling.
I was about to say, I remember we was in the car.
Yeah, it was everywhere.
Weren't we selling tickets to the premiere? And I wanted to make sure that movie premiere was
Brush was
everything.
bubbling. Everybody was talking about it.
It was the first project I ever did that got bootlegged.
Somebody bootlegged that?
Everybody. The dudes that used to stand in front of Max's on Erie Ave and all that. Yeah.
Niggas was
I didn't
so
even
People
know
calling me
that.
like, "Yo, they got your movie out here all in the joint. What you want me to do?"
Yo,
I'm like,
that's how they sounded.
let it
Let
rock.
it go.
You
It's
know what I'm saying?
promotion.
Let it
It's
rock.
promotion.
It was all down Atlanta.
love
It was
that.
everywhere because at that point we still didn't have social media,
right.
so we had just the DVDs was floating.
Yeah, like social media was out, but it was like the start of Instagram.
It was
like
light.
niggas was not
beginning.
moving on it the
Yeah.
way it was now.
Yeah, it was
That
light.
the
It was
beginning.
out, but it wasn't. I think it was out because I was putting up social media to sell the tickets.
Right.
But the DVD era was still here. Let's say
Exactly,
that.
yeah.
It was that because then it faded out by the time I did Backfire. Once I wrote that, and that's why I call it a hidden blessing. Once I wrote that movie and I felt like I was able to do it, and I wrote Backfire. Then that was my second full-length film, and I hit Netflix. Once I did that,
And you turned right
over.
around and did Backfire. Like you
Turned
did.
right around and did
you
Backfire.
did Brush. Next year,
it was the
Backfire
money.
was
I
coming
was like,
up.
because I thought I was gonna do the same thing.
Right.
I thought I was going to. I had somebody pressing the CD at my man in Deptford, New Jersey, was pressing my movie with the cover, with the casing, with the shrink wrapping, and everything for $1.
East John.
And I was selling them for $20.
Yeah, that's a.
And I was
You
killing.
can't
That's
beat
crazy. Yeah, that's crazy. I didn't even know that.
Vicious.
I went to Norristown, Chester, Williamsport, Wilkes-Barre, Scranton, North Carolina, South Carolina, San Francisco, every part of Philly, Derby. I went everywhere. I was
Selling
selling
them
them joints. Long, and I had a website
Yeah.
that was buying them off
I
the website.
remember that.
Right. Yeah,
I remember the website.
I made about
Yes.
200 grand off a Brush.
Damn.
And then
Well,
when I seen
dang.
that, I was like, you know what? I do write movies.
Yeah, that's what you. It took
And then
you 9 days.
I
for
tried
that.
the same thing with Backfire, and the DVD era was like kind of fading. Then we
Yeah.
got turned down for Netflix, and I was salty. So then we went to Xfinity, On Demand, Amazon. It was on like 15 different platforms. Then the following year, Netflix picked it up. Then we started trending, and it was over.
And that's crazy. Wait, hold on. You took 9 days for Backfire.
I shot Backfire. We shot Backfire in 10 days.
Yup.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
So what number did you do on Backfire?
The numbers in Backfire wasn't that significant because Netflix don't really pay too much money. That's why I don't go. That's why I ain't never go back to Netflix.
Okay,
it
so
was
yeah,
it
so-
was more
I see.
notoriety. Like I couldn't go nowhere. Like
Right.
anywhere I went, I was recognized because of that movie. So that was cool. But then after a while, you can't feed your kids with no notoriety. And
Right.
mind you, I'm not hustling no more. I'm not working. I'm still
Exactly.
independent. So I'm like, man, I ain't going back to them until they start talking some real money. So my agent kept telling me to go to Tubi, then that's what I did, and that's where it was at.
Tubi get better numbers?
Way better.
For real?
Hell yeah.
Cause niggas be acting like Tubi wild, but
I mean, I don't care what they
that's
say
the
about
independent
Tubi. They say
scene,
what
yeah.
they want. I love Tubi. Shout out to Tubi.
Shout out to
Tubi where it's
They
at.
say
But
whatever
they
they
act
want.
like if you get Netflix, like that's where it's at. Like, yeah, Netflix the one, but that just, like you said, it just give you the notoriety.
Yeah.
But to really make a bag, they like,
I made more money
That
on
ain't gonna
Tubi
do
in
it.
1 month than I made on Netflix in 3 years.
Well, dang.
yeah, that put it
So,
in
you
perspective.
know what I'm saying?
Right
I
there.
wasn't really tripping on
Definitely.
it. So,
That's crazy.
yeah, I came right back with it, though. Right back.
Right back. And then still right back, because then you hit them with Jeannie the next year.
Yeah, Jenny.
Jenny, is Jenny? Okay, Jenny.
When I started getting creative, I wrote Jenny. Jenny did great. Yeah. And after that, I did Dope Girls.
And you
Yup,
even
Dope Girls
got
on
your
Tubi
name.
too.
You got your name from Robert De Niro.
Yeah.
So now, like, this is like a full circle moment. You wasn't even thinking about like any type of acting.
No, I wasn't thinking about acting. I was just rapping. I needed a rap
Exactly. And
name.
now your name.
And now you got a whole actor
Isn't that
name.
crazy?
I was rapping.
It's like
I
a full
I
circle
kept watching
moment.
Heat. Kept watching Heat, and I've been watching all his movies. And then Heat, when Heat came out, I'm like, this.
That
nigga
was the
just
one.
best. And I called my man MP. You remember MP?
Can't think of it.
He used to be from up my way too. And I called him like, yo, I changed my name. He's like, what's your name? I was like, Black Deniro. He's like, well, that's hot.
Wait, what was your name before that?
Just J Black.
J Black?
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah.
You gonna say his name like that?
I'm an old nigga, so I had an old name.
Dad, okay,
J Black.
all right.
You know what I'm saying?
Black.
All right,
And
J
right
Black.
after that, I met my man Mike. And Off the Hook Entertainment
Yep.
came
Off
about.
the hook.
That's
As soon
right.
as I turned my name to Black Deniro, I met Mike.
Yep.
And my name just took off. Boom. JDS was the first person to play me on the radio. I made Superman. I made all them records. I was just in the studio going crazy. And then till I found out who he was. And then if you notice, I'm on Off the Hook first volume, John, like out of 20 songs, I'm on like 17. But by the second John, I'm only on like 2. Because now I'm like, oh,
Well, you
fuck
know
this
that.
rap.
Yeah.
I know who you are, nigga, what's up?
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? And I started
Literally.
doing that. You feel what I'm saying? So that was
Then
that's
it
how
took
that
a whole
went about.
different turn.
Yeah.
Yep. That's what we was talking about on FaceTime, me and Siegel and Knox, because I'm just finding out that was a shot at us. We was at Gil crib and Knox and them was saying, yeah, remember? And Bump J was like, yeah, Siegel came at y'all niggas. I'm like, Siegel didn't come at us. He didn't even know who we was.
So you ain't even know it was about you and it was about you.
No, I had just met Siegel then. Like my man Fu took me to meet Sieg. And this one he was just doing his he had his records with Foxy Brown and the Locks. He wasn't really he was still taking over, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
And then he threw that line like, y'all think y'all off the hook, we disconnected. But I'm like, everybody like he coming at us. Everybody used to pump me up because I was the one that would be like, what? Or what up? But I'm like, he not coming at us. He don't know us.
Right.
But on FaceTime, I'm like, say it ain't so, Mac. He started laughing. I'm like, what? He's like, you think we off the hook? We disconnected. I said,
Oh,
you kidding?
my goodness.
I wouldn't have went back at him, though. At that time, I probably would have. With my
probably still
my
would've had that-
aggression,
you'd have felt it,
that
though.
probably would have been a bad move. No, that would have been a bad move.
Yeah.
That would have been
It
a
got
bad move.
real.
No, that would have been a bad move because he would have just, he'd have smoked
Oh
him.
yeah.
Yeah, I was.
You see
I
him and
wasn't-
Jada when they went in
Yeah,
there.
that would have been a bad move. If I'd have came at Mac back then and he would have came back, I would have said something tight enough to make him
really say
recognize
something.
me.
Right.
That would have been bad for me.
Especially given if you already mentioned, you know when the nigga threw that first jab, it's to get the reaction.
Well,
Like,
he came
come
at
on,
the
let's,
group.
Let's go at
He
it.
came at the group,
Right.
not just me.
But ain't none of y'all
I
say
would have
nothing.
stood up. No, I didn't think he was talking about us.
Yeah.
I didn't think he was talking about us. And I'm glad, because even if I did and I'd have said something, I was trying to get in with Siegel at that time. Like, I'm trying to, my man taking me to meet this thing, I'm trying to be cool. I don't care.
Yeah,
what he
I ain't
was-
trying to go.
I didn't
go
care what he
against
was saying that, because he was trying to make me Reservoir Dogs at that point. So, I ain't care what the hell. they
What are
was
you talking about?
Yeah, I definitely wasn't going to say nothing to him, because when I first heard him rap, I went back to my hood and I was like, yo, it's this nigga, he just retarded.
Yeah.
And they like, he better than you. I was like, yeah.
They say he
So
better
told
than
me
you.
to tell my niggas that, and they're like, what? I'm like, nah, yeah, this nigga crazy. I'm in the crib writing. Like, I ain't even know how to count bars yet. I'm just writing page, flip it over, page.
Right, just keep
another
going.
Page. I'm just writing joints because I know I got to go back out there. And this was every day I got to go out South Philly. So I got to have pages and pages of rap every day because I'm out there with Raisi and Nikki Flowers and Murder Mill. And Siegel, and you know what I'm saying?
Right.
So I like,
You gotta be able to keep up.
yeah, I had to keep up.
Damn.
And what happened with the whole boxing ARAB?
That was something me and Ab always just joke around and say, you can't out rap me, I can't out rap you. That's how me and I used to tell Ab, like, man, free Ab, man, that's my guy, man. He's like, I see it happen. You gonna say the same thing, bro? I know you. What you gonna say? You gonna send home? You gonna cook the work? And you gonna send back home with the mop? And he would say stuff about me.
Right.
And then
Yes.
we was doing that, and then we ended up switching it to. I went to Gil house. I was punching on the pads. Cosmic Kev saw it. It was a big thing with that, and then we just started talking like a celebrity boxing match. But there was like weight classes, so it was like I was supposed to box
Yeah.
Meek Moss, or he was supposed to box. I don't know. It was a whole big thing. But
What
it never
year was
happened.
that?
I don't know. I don't remember. I would have to look on the gram. It never happened. I would have liked it to happen because I like the mix. Like,
Jesus,
I would've
we know
loved
that.
to
He
see
said-
I
he
would
said,
have fought any of them
Right, I
niggas. I
would've
don't
loved to
care.
see
I don't care
this
how big
craziness.
weight class you is. that don't even count in professional shit.
Right.
You know what I'm
Exactly.
saying? So I would have loved to do it, but we just didn't ever do it. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
We would have made,
That'd've
we
been
all would have
crazy.
capitalized off of it because we all
Yes.
would have made some money.
You definitely.
You know what I'm saying?
That'd
Especially
have
with
been
DVDs,
crazy.
then then we all was good with each other. Like, them really my guys. So we was
Right.
really cool with each other. So it wouldn't have
been nothing.
Yeah, it was just
Literally.
that.
Just a money move.
Yeah.
That'd have been smart. And shit,
crazy.
even now, that shit's still smart.
Yeah.
But these young niggas, they don't box though. So
Yeah, I'm cool.
if these niggas put the guns up and just box, they
Right.
could definitely make a bag off that shit. But they ain't on that. So let's talk about what's done after dark.
Yeah.
That's the new joint
Let's
you're
talk
working on
about
right
that.
now.
Yeah.
What's done after dark, man? Shout out to everybody. Shout out to Roland Magic on the camera. Shout out to my man Paris. But there's so many people in there that I can't remember, man. Just that my cast and crew was so dope. Beyond Beauty, she's the lead. She's the one who played Jenny.
She played Jenny
And
too,
then she
right?
played D in Dope Girls.
Right.
Now she playing Chanel in this one.
So it's like, are you like one of them type people where when you work with somebody, you tend to like take a liking and you want to just keep
No,
them
I just
around
think
for their part?
she's a superstar and she's under my company. I signed her. She's under my company.
That's
So
dope.
she's always gonna be in there. And then I got go-tos, like I got Tiara. She played Stacy in Dope Girls, and she played Lene in this one. I got Taria. She played Stephanie in Dope Girls. She played Ivory in this one. I just worked with Sarita O in this one, and my homegirl Dice. Call her Dice now. And my man Nasir, he's a good actor as well. He's the lead in What's Done After Dark. He played a character named Naeem. My man Mac from out Southwest, he in there. My man Low, he in there. So it's my go-tos when it's time to get busy and I got to do something real fast, and I know it's gonna be I can write to my fullest extent. I'm a rock with Beyond Beauty. And,
Yeah, she is like a gem.
and Tiara.
She is a gem.
Taria. Those
dope.
three is like
Yeah.
But,
They
but,
your ones.
Beyond is like my Michael Jordan.
For real
I
though.
told people one time if they ever want to do an acting challenge, like when I'm saying that and people feel like it's a certain type way, I'm like, all right, put your money up.
Yeah, I'm bringing her out.
Put your money up. Have
Seriously.
somebody else write, like you. Write the dialogue where nobody can cheat and nobody knows, and get in there and give them 10 minutes apiece and see who come in without the paper. I'm talking about write a whole page. And then go in there with any of these actresses and then see who, and judge it in front of a crowd and see who wins. She's gonna smoke you.
Damn.
Yeah.
So she
I
bring
got
She's
that
a
much
it like
confidence
that.
in it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And she can
definitely.
still sing.
Because she's the project. Yeah, she sings as well. Because she's the project manager of my projects. So people don't understand that takes a lot.
Right.
She got to make the schedule. She got to make the dates. She got to do the locations. She got to send out all the contracts, all the NDAs, all the emails. So she's doing all of this, sun up to sundown. She don't even get a chance to, and she's the lead character, so she don't even get a chance to study her lines until 4 or 5 days before it's time to film. Because all the way up to that time,
She's doing
project
stuff.
management.
Right.
So you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So by the time
And then
she
she
get
still
to
kill
it, she
it.
got about 5-6 days to remember all of this shit. She do it page at a time, and
How did you come across her?
she came to the Jenny audition. She came to play Jenny.
Ali didn't tell you. Did you know Ali first?
No, I didn't know Ali. I met Ali through her.
Okay.
Yeah, she shout out to Ali. He helped us out a lot too.
Ali used to try to be my rapper when I tried to rap.
Shout out to Ali.
I mean, rapper. He used
He a
to
good
try to be
dude.
my
That's
manager.
my guy. Yeah, he's a good
Yes.
And I met her there. I didn't even pick her at first. Yeah, she
Wow.
didn't pick. I didn't pick her. That was my fault though, because the way I had the description of what was going on, I had it
Right.
wrong. I didn't have it right. She started off as the cop, then she started off as girlfriend number 2, and then she went off to Jenny. Yeah.
So wait, who
Crazy
did you
how everything worked out
pick?
the way
I
it's
was
supposed
about
to
to
go.
say, like,
I
how
had a
did
girl.
you?
I had a girl
not-
name. I'm not saying her name.
Cause
You
she
know what I'm
ain't
saying?
in
She
it.
was on some bullshit.
Right.
Right.
So no, once she started, she was cool at first. Then people started getting in her ear. Oh, that's Black Deniro. He got this much money. He got this. He can do that. He need to be doing this, doing that.
And then she
And then
started
she
coming to
started
you with the
acting funny.
demands type
Oh,
stuff.
yeah.
Yeah, and then I was like, I ain't got no
mind.
time for that. Then I went to
Yeah.
another girl, and she was. I like to watch people Instagram. People don't understand. I'm a real boss. I pay attention.
Right.
I watch your Instagrams. That's why it's so hard to get in my films. I watch you.
Well, thanks for telling me why I'm not in it.
Yeah, I watch you all the time. If I see you and you ain't doing nothing,
He just ignored
If you
me.
ain't doing nothing entertainment film, man, like I gotta see you doing some reels. I gotta see you working when you're not working with me. I gotta see you studying some scripts. I gotta see you doing something. I can't just see you blowing hookah out your throat or walking to your girlfriend taping you from the back.
From the back.
Nigga standing on the corner, ain't doing nothing, smoking all day, but then you want to be in my film. I'm not doing this for that. I'm doing it for people who really believe that want to be. It's better to work with somebody that want to act.
That wants to act. Yeah.
Because it's like they believe in themselves. They not just trying to do it and be on TV and showing they peoples for a week and then they ain't even thinking about that shit. They ain't even promoting it no more. They just on to whatever gallivanting they're doing.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Cause it get like that too. With niggas with the music, you know how many people jump in the DM like, yo, I want to come on the show. I want to come spit.
They just want to come.
But you half-ass doing your thing. I tell niggas all the time, like, bro, get busy. If you get busy, I promise I got a spot for you. I want to see everybody win.
Yeah.
But you niggas don't really be wanting it. You half-ass want it. You want it when it's convenient.
That's good.
Or when it's some shine associated.
People want to be seen or something.
Yeah.
And it's not an easy job. People think it's easy to act. A lot of people just be talking. I don't pick you when you just talking. And they want to be typical.
Yeah.
It's always the typical story, the same typical shit. Nah, I don't like that.
Right.
Just aiming for a higher plateau. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And I don't think I heard what is Done After. Is it Done After?
What's Done After Dark is like a dramatic.
What is it about?
Theatrical drama between like a abusive relationship between Nasir that plays Naeem and Beyond Beauty that plays Chanel.
You said
her girlfriend's in with it. Yeah, it's not. It's like because the acting is very good, and it's kind of like it's just like a drama.
It's a drama.
But it's about an abusive relationship.
Yeah.
Hence, what's done after dark.
I
get it. I got you.
With a twist to it always.
Right. And you wrote this.
I write all my films. I
all
write
your
them
films.
all. I cast them with a little bit of help. I direct them. I just stopped starring in them for a second, but I'm about to get back in front of the camera. I got 2 joints coming out. I'm gonna be in. Shout out to Yama, A Body to Kill for Part 2. Play some character named Mike. Shout out to my man Nick from Redemption.
Hey, what's the name
I'm gonna
in
be
that?
in there. I'm gonna be in Cries.
Vegan Chef Bay.
Got a small
And A
part
Body
in
to
there.
Kill for it.
I don't know who all in there.
Okay.
But shout out to them.
Right.
But I'm just gonna do those real quick, get back in there, and then this next film that I'm writing right now called Time's Up. Already a couple pages into that. I'm gonna be in that. I'm gonna step back in front of the camera.
So you just you write it, get it done, start putting it in production, right on to the next one. What's your mindset behind being so back to back? Like, are you chasing something? Like, what's your goal when it comes to this? What keep you moving like that?
All right, so you know how my day went today?
Yeah.
Man, little baby coming to town, 16-year-old daughter, 20-year-old daughter. I want to go see little baby. I have a 15-year-old daughter. What you doing? I want to go get nail supply. She do nails.
Right.
Right.
My son calling. I want a PlayStation 5.
Whew.
You know what I'm saying? I got
Kids.
I'm bills. I took my young son out today. Spent rack on him. He's fucking 17 months. Spent a rack on him.
Right.
I got it. If you want to keep doing this, you got to keep doing this.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because that's the resource. That's the income.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So.
Nah, that's a fact. That's a
Yeah,
fact.
kids is the main
So you
reason.
gotta be able to take care of them, man. So you gotta stay busy.
And that's almost every other day, man. I'm an active father, so kids cost a lot. And my kids, I mean, they deserve it because they good kids, but she know. My kids get what they want, man. They get cars, they get whatever they need, they get it.
Right.
Definitely
You know what I'm
do. Definitely
for
do.
sure.
And you definitely are a great father. And what is like one movie that you would say like you would want them to see first? Like if they see all your movies, if they didn't
already
see
on
any,
set.
now let's say if they didn't see it,
They on set.
they already saw it then. All right. So I was about to say, what's the movie that you would want your daughter, your son to
be my
see?
assistants. They be the slate person. They on set. They on set.
So they like your
That's dope.
employees.
Yeah.
You
I just gotta stop paying them under the table.
Save on some taxes too.
Literally,
Yeah,
you
they
can
Under
get
18, you can save.
Yeah, my 10-year-old be
Yeah.
on my body. I want my check.
no.
For real.
What?
That's
No.
hilarious.
All she doing is getting people water sometimes. She just be chilling.
And still want that
That
check.
makes sense.
These kids different. These kids, all they know is money, bro.
kids
Oh my
different.
God. Anyone
Yeah.
like it's the Instagram shit. They want all the designer
Yeah.
shit. They think
They
they
not
want
really
gonna
like
get
that
it.
expensive
though.
stuff.
They'll
Your
ask
kids-
here and there. No, they not really. they don't really go crazy on the designer stuff.
Man, my daughter,
That's
we
a
just
blessing.
came
Probably
from
'cause I
cookout.
didn't either, though.
She walking
I get
around
it.
Balenciaga, triple S's on, the high socks. They want all that cool. And then like my son, he watching all the rappers, so he want the spider hoodies and all. You know what I mean?
I got the
Yeah.
closet
They
to
want
go
all
out when I
that
have
shit.
to, but you know, we think different, and I started a lot of things late, so now I'm worrying about trust funds, and I changed my
Exactly.
LLC to a corporation, and
That's the type
I'm
of
on
shit I
some
be
more
trying
other
to put
type
them on
time right
too.
now, bro. I don't
Yeah.
even wear too much jewelry no more.
Right.
I got a watch.
Yeah.
I got, you know what I'm saying?
You got all that
I
shit.
don't-
Yeah.
I'm
You just on
ooh.
a different type bag.
Yeah, I just be on my street. I'm focused, man. I don't care what nobody think, what nobody say. I don't got no time to be worrying about that. I'm trying to build these retirement plans and be able to leave my kids something when I'm not here. Something good that's gonna last them.
So is there a step after the movies? Like, is there a
that's
place you
the
plan
goal.
to take things beyond film?
Yeah, my long-term goal is to bring a big like a big studio to Delaware, like a Tyler Perry type studio, like a whole neighborhood.
Delaware where?
Damn.
I mean, Delaware, you can bring it to Philly, but it's not enough land.
Right.
So you can bring it right there in Delaware. Everybody can come from all over, but the tri-state area got access, stuff like that. But yeah, the goal is just meet to read Lionsgate or Paramount Pictures. I ain't trying to stay on Tubi forever. You know what I'm saying? That's why I don't just do your average movies. That's why my sound be good, my quality be good, my acting be good, because I want somebody to notice it and be like, no, he's different. Let me get this guy.
And I don't think people
Shot.
understand how
And
much.
I work hard.
Yeah, I don't think people understand how much that counts for it, man. Quality is major.
Yeah.
It's like you could always make it easier. You know what I mean? Cheaper cameras, some shit you put together. Sometimes you don't got it, but that gotta be your goal. Cause you gotta stand out. And
I
then
can
it's
do
like,
something like that, really. But I just don't. I just
You
put
want it
a
to
lot
be
of
right.
time, money, and effort into what I do. I don't want to waste my talent. That Lost Man Tyler blessed me with. I ain't trying to do that.
that's
Yep.
right.
Just going for it.
And
That's
when
major.
are you gonna do any music, or music is just gonna be like never?
I might. I'm not doing music, man, for a lot of reasons. I gotta be me. I gotta be Black Deniro. I'm so far removed from that. I hate what's going on with our people. I be trying to talk to the youth all the time. I always did that anyway. It's just so much nonsense.
Yeah.
And these kids don't know how to separate music from reality. And,
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
That's real.
And I taught my kids that they know how to do that. A lot of people are not fortunate enough to have kids to teach them, or they parents is just assholes and idiots, and they're not teaching them. They
Yeah.
not teaching them. They up to school fighting with their kids like
Right.
dummies, and they doing all this goofy shit. Now that's my kid. I don't care. So all the goofy things that they do, I don't want to be a part of it. You know what I'm saying? So I
Right.
be trying to
Distance yourself.
just distance myself from it, bro. Because
Yeah.
I ain't trying to mislead nobody. When I know I'm just rapping now at this point.
Right.
If I'm
So,
rapping.
what do you think is the difference between back then and now, and why there is so much violence behind the music? Like, whereas those niggas is really getting into it, they rapping about it, and they really getting into it.
Ignorance. I just think it's ignorance, man. You gotta look at stuff like this. Our people are our worst haters. You can't do nothing. I see D-Sturdy, I see Too Rare, I kick it with them, I tell them keep doing what you're doing. I comment on their posts, I love what y'all got going. They original, they put the chalk on their head, they do this, everybody go up under there, they rap, they dancing, they having fun. These kids are 17, 18 years old, and you got people under the comments, you're making Philly look bad. How? How
Right.
they making Philly look bad? Because they having fun?
Right.
What's wrong with
They're
having
doing
fun? What's wrong with
bad.
being original? What's wrong with some shit? We wore one red Nike and a blue Nike. We got cardboard boxes and ripped them and breakdanced on it. People probably thought we was silly. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Like, they original, they doing what they doing. I guess because they ain't sliding on the ops, so they ain't showing all these guns and goofy shit in the videos that they making Philly look bad. They
Yep.
not. They doing what they want to do, and I applaud them. I respect them, and I tell them, you a kid and you young and you got your whole life ahead of you. Forget all that negativity. Keep doing what you're doing.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? So
Exactly.
it's just a difference between it's a difference now, man.
And that's
between-
what you look for in your artists that you manage now. Do you look for different and creative and
I'm
just
just
a different
focused on. I'm just
conversation?
really focused on the film. So that's what I look for in acting. Like if you
I
active,
see.
if you all this extra active shit, then young boy, you ain't for me.
right?
Cause I mean, I'm not doing it. I'm cool.
Yeah. And it's crazy just to come from you. That I don't think that's the part they understand, is like they think it's something that's sturdy that everybody gonna respect. But I feel like even the ones who graduated from that realized that it wasn't what it was.
Yep.
You know what I mean? Whereas though that shit ain't nothing to be happy about. It ain't nothing to be preaching and showing the kids. It ain't that.
I'm telling them, you're going to lose. But they see people losing and still lose. It be 30 young boys over here, 30 over here. He drop. Y'all make a song about it. Go drop one of them. They make a song about it. Y'all dropping until there's 2 of y'all left.
All them losers.
And then when you ask
still
them
ain't
what the
learn.
beef about, nobody can say nothing. Nobody can say, oh, he had sex with my wife or he backdoored me.
They'll tell you, bro. They say it was for
over
fights.
money. It's nothing you can say.
A fight from when they was in school together.
Anything.
Yep.
So I mean, if they want to do that, then I mean, I just make sure my kids straight, bro. I just make sure my kids ain't out there doing crazy shit.
And that's I've been on the same type time. And even it's so crazy, it gets so hard because it's almost like being a good parent, you almost a bad guy because so many people allowed to just do bullshit these days. Like I really had to have it out with my son and my daughter because it's like I don't play certain shit. So my daughter want to wear the long nails and all that shit. She just gonna like cool. She just about to go to 9th grade. You trying to do all along. We not even doing that. Like you could get them joints like this little
like
bit.
that.
And that's what I'm saying. I'm like, you want to be grown so fast, you could be grown the rest of your life. But right now, you a child, remain a child, act like a child.
The rest of
but
your
they
life.
be like, oh, the kids at school do this. I'm not they fucking mom and dad. I don't give a fuck what they do. That's on them. But it's like when you the guy who want to be a parent, it's so many motherfuckers who just not really parenting that it makes you look like you crazy.
It's the parent. I say it's 90% of the parents' problem.
That's how I feel.
Fault. That's what it is. They don't even think right. You know what I'm saying?
And you probably had this conversation over and over again with your kid, with your girl.
Everything. I plant seeds.
I feel like you keep saying
seeds
this.
from infant, a certain seed at a certain year in their life that it blossoms at a certain time. I got a timer on these seeds that I plant.
Do you want to disclose how many kids you have?
Yeah. I'm glad I got all my kids.
How many kids you got?
7.
Oh, you got 7 piece. Youngest. How old the youngest? 17 months.
17 months.
Oldest?
23. She'll be 23. She'll be 23 on the 30th.
That's major.
Yeah.
You made it, brother. You out there, man. I commend you.
At this point, you got a whole
You do good, man.
movie set. Like you can make a movie with all 70 kids, and it could be like the Brady Bunch or like a like.
They don't want to do it though.
They don't want to act.
That's my little daughter in Backfire. She was 10. That's the 16-year-old that's about to go to the little baby show now. She's 16 now. She was 9.
16.
She don't want to do it. That was too much pressure for her. She was on Netflix and she was in like the 4th grade. She was like, nah, I'm cool.
Yeah.
I'm cool
You know what
on
I'm
that.
saying? Yeah, she ain't like that.
now.
You know your parents, you never be certain people to certain people. Like I can never be Black Deniro to my kids.
That's a fact.
You know what I'm saying? Like, you know how that go.
Yes,
They
your
not
one
gonna
daughter
see you the
actually
way
told me
everybody
that.
else
They
That
don't
is
care about
funny.
that shit. They don't care about
They don't
none of
even
that.
care.
You know what I'm saying? They be talking crazy sometimes. I'll be like, yo, sometimes I'll be like, yo, what's up? Because I'm so cool. It's like, yo, don't forget. Like, no, Dad. Like, yeah, see this? Yeah. Like, you tripping. Like,
Yep. No, that's
like,
for real.
stop playing. Like, I got to do that for them to buckle up. And then they'll be like, all
And
right.
tighten up.
Yeah.
They forget.
They just, you know what I'm saying?
They forget
They
so
think they
quick.
run the show.
We stop beating ass too early. You ask me.
I ain't never beat. I don't beat my kids.
Yeah, I
my
I
God,
got
know
that
what?
too.
Oh, they all
You
probably.
never hit your kid or nothing?
One of them never got a beat in London. Never got a beat in. Probably my other ones probably got one. Maybe.
I was about to
Only
say,
because if they lied to
this
me.
is too
I don't
much.
tolerate lying.
Yeah,
I don't like when they lie
lying
to me.
Same time,
Two
bro.
reasons why
lying
they
is
ever got a
different.
beat, and it's either school or lying.
Yeah.
You don't have to lie to me. Never lie to me. I'm your best friend. I'm your dad. I'm gonna rock with you regardless. You might get in trouble for something, but I need
keep it a
I need to
bean.
feel confident
Yeah.
that if you say my daughter did this, and I turn to my daughter, like, hold on, did you do that? And she say no.
I
can
can
say
believe
no,
in
my
it.
daughter ain't do that. Not just because she's my daughter, because
Right.
I know that she's not gonna.
We
lie
got
to
that
me.
trust. We built that
so
trust.
I'm gonna whoop your ass if I find out you lied to me. Now that
Right.
my older ones, if I find out you lied to me, I just cut you off for a while. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But
No, that's so funny you said that, bro. I stand on that. So it's like I'm trying to get my daughter right. I don't know if it's because she a female. My son, that nigga, he'll tell you anything. If you ask him, you gonna get the truth regardless. But I tell him that, like, you can always tell me the truth. Would you take this curse out?
They
Like,
probably not gonna tell you
I
all
might
the
curse
time,
you
but
out, but that's about it.
just
But
the major shit,
if you
yeah.
lie to me and I find out, it's really gonna be a problem. Especially if you
different.
sitting there lying to my face
Yeah, it's
over and
different.
over.
you gotta let them
That's
know
a
that it's
problem.
not. I had to prove to them that it's not no dramatic
It's not that deep.
consequences if you
Yeah.
tell me the truth.
It only could be so bad. That's why I'm like, it's a rarity y'all gonna get your ass beat.
Right.
Like you gonna get cursed out. If it's really bad, it really only be, like you said, school. If you fuck up in school, that's where I draw the line. You might do this or not do that, and they get away with it 9 times out of 10. But the school shit, I'm not having it.
The goal is to have your children to be better than what you was, even if you never was messed up. They still can be better.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
It's always a level
up. That's the
up.
whole thing.
And they'll see, well, when you create your documentary, will you want to like show the intricacies and like all the times of like raising each child? You get what I'm trying to say? Like each child, like how much you've grown by each moment and each time in your life. Like, and then them seeing that, what do you want them to learn from that?
I feel like I just got, my kids double back and teach me stuff. I got good kids, man. I used to, niggas was walking in the Power 99. I used to live up there. You gotta remember, I'm the only one. I'm still got the record for that. I still had the intro to the Hot Boy show, the intro to the 8 o'clock show, the intro to the Come Up show, then be on the Golden Girl show for like 2 years straight. So I was up the radio station every day. So when people was coming to the radio station, they coming 20 deep with all these niggas. I was coming with my daughters all the time.
I didn't even know that.
From the time they was babies, I would come with my daughters or a female.
Right.
I never rode with niggas.
With a bunch
never.
of niggas. Right.
You definitely did.
I never.
Wow, I never thought about that.
Never 30 niggas, 2 niggas, 4 or 5 niggas. You might see me with Squally, but you never see me pull up with more than 2 guys. I don't like being with dudes all day. What I'm gonna be with y'all niggas all day for?
I love that. That's real though.
That's what I used to tell people when we used to go through it. You don't gotta worry about the entourage. When I was in that life like that, you need to worry about me, the rapper. Don't worry about them.
Right.
The rappers that be talking tough, and then the tough ass entourage go home, and you catch that rapper by itself.
It's a rap.
Yeah. So that's just how it was. Like my daughters was always by my side.
I respect that a lot.
Had every movie, some type of way. Right. And they always with me.
That's why I love you, man. Yeah. That's why we family forever.
Right.
I love that.
So do you have a drop date for What's Done After Dark at all?
No, I don't. Not yet, because we in post. We editing right now, but till then, everything else is on Tubi. Dope Girls is on Tubi. Jenny is on Tubi. Backfire is on Tubi.
That's what's up, man.
What's Done After Dark is next. If it don't come, if I don't do the premiere at the end of the year, then it most likely it'll be on a platform by top of next year, January, February, something like that.
Make sure y'all tap in, man. Check out. He got catalog at this point. You know what I mean?
Definitely a catalog. And we're going to be in it the next time, you know, or at least I'm going to be in it. I'm going to be in it.
It's super heavy, super dope.
Yeah.
Let everybody know where to follow you, how to keep up with you. If you got a website where they could go watch all your movies directly or download them.
My website is blackdeniro.com, I think. Yeah, blackdeniro.com.
Deniro with a D-E.
Yeah, Deniro.
There you go.
My Instagram is @blackdeniro_215. That's basically it. I don't like giving my email out because then they be flooding my joints with all these corny beats and shit.
Right.
Corny reels and all.
Nonsense.
Man,
Yeah.
It's been an honor and a pleasure to have you, man. You really,
appreciate it, man.
You a goat. You well known.
You really a goat.
Appreciate that,
general.
Man. Shout out to everybody that support me, man. All my supporters. Rest in peace, Young Cheese, man. Rest in peace, JR, man. My homie JR, my security guard. It's got killed. Rest in peace to Petey. So many different people, man.
Rest in peace, Ada.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
Rest in peace, Ada.
It's real.
But for the most part, man, yeah. Check these films out. Run them numbers up on Tubi, man. Type Black Deniro in the search box and you'll just see all my joints come up.
That's what we gotta do, man. We gotta support each other, man.
I love it.
Yeah, keep the money in-house.
Of course.
You independent. Keep it in-house. You ain't
I was
gotta
about
take
to
it anywhere
say,
else.
The whole time I never looked into the camera. I'll be looking at the monitor.
For real?
You know why? Because I'm always carrying the monitor on set.
You just used to that shit.
Yeah, I'm so used to looking into the monitor. Yep.
It took me a while to
It
get
don't
used to
even
that.
matter. It's all right. It is. Look.
You just get used to looking at yourself. So
exactly, because it's right there.
I'm just used to watching the monitor all the time. That's all I do.
You
I
as
appreciate
a movie
y'all. I hope
director.
you enjoyed the food,
Yeah,
man.
man. I'm wrapping this joint up, man.
Yeah, Potato Lady, man. I'm trying to tell you, I'm gonna put the Instagram
It's
somewhere
not gonna
in
be
here.
her name though, but
All I need is some aluminum foil for this
Oh,
channel.
we got boxes and all that. We're gonna box you
We
up. Get
ready.
you right, man. Y'all already know who it is. It's your boy Smooth.
and it's your girl Lex.
It's Black Deniro. It's
Y'all
Cooking
already
Up
know.
215, the best show in Philly. Let's go.
Yeah.